Hello and welcome back to the United by Football podcast. I'm Abs.
And I'm Thomas, and obviously we are the same Abs, but we're in a bit of a different location. Salam, take us through that, because obviously it took a bit longer for you to get here today than some of us.
Actually, no, you're the one that rocked up at about 8:30 today.
It was actually 8:15, but carry on, Salam.
Yeah.
Our new location is
We're gonna keep it a secret, but let's just say
in Australia, though.
no, we're in fucking Indonesia.
They've got some great football, to be honest.
Nah. All jokes aside, Lightweight Athletic is moving to a secret location. We're not going to disclose that yet. That'll be on them.
Yep.
But a big thanks to Lightweight Athletic for these lovely new t-shirts.
Absolutely.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to turn around and take like a cute little video after and us spinning in the t-shirts, and Julian will insert it in 3, 2, 1.
I just need money and vibes, don't need none of that toxic shit. My social battery gone, I gotta stay out the mix. I'm tryna be so rich, I put that out in lit. Call you and say where you at, already know what time it is.
Hopefully you enjoy the t-shirts.
Absolutely.
They're lovely, they're great. They fit me pretty well. Thankfully, not many shirts fit me as loosely as these do. Thomas, unfortunately, you wouldn't know how that feels, but
I was gonna. At least mine don't expose many things. Anyway,
well, there's nothing to expose anyway, but that's fine. On to our FPL standings for this week.
no, before we get on there, I was going to say, I was going to move it on nicely, Salam. In terms of UBF code 15, as per usual. In terms of our purchases, UBF code 15, 15% off the Lightweight Athletic Club store, Salam.
UBF 15 is the code.
Correct, that's what I said.
You said UBF code 15. We don't want to send them to the Lightweight Athletic store and have them put in the wrong code and then get pissed off at us. UBF 15 is the code.
He's going to insert that there as well, guys. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
But yeah, let's get on to my most excited moment this week. I'm so happy to reveal this. I'm currently first in our FPL standings.
No one clap. No one make a single noise. No. Just him.
That's fine.
Just let him.
When you're at the top, you're lonely. You're by yourself.
My question to you is, just as the co-host of the podcast, Salam, what happens if you come first?
We'll have to figure that out.
Okay.
We'll have to figure that out. Now we could ruffle it off. I think we might ruffle it off to, a deserving winner. Not to any of these people that are sitting in 64th and 65th. Maybe the top 10. But we'll have to chat with Lightweight Athletic on that, because, I know I'm good, but I'm not that great.
That's what happens when someone match fixes and they say, I know I'm good, or they've obviously paid the ref a premium, or there's obviously some incentive for the EPO app to somehow give you more bonuses than the rest of us, but that's okay, guys. That's okay.
Or I just know my ball.
Yeah.
I know my
Always the only one that keeps playing after week
Actually,
25.
no. I'll be completely honest with you. I actually made changes last week. Forgot to make them this week. So I've been kind of week in, week out. But my team, I have set and forget a few players. So I actually kept Gvardiol on the bench this week.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was a smart move. But look.
From one Croatian to another in second.
Tom Gacic.
Tomislav.
He's been a stalwart.
He's the boy. He's the boy.
Stalwart of the top 3 this year. I'll give him credit. And our good friend KG in third. But I've created a bit of distance now between first and third. I'm a good 16 points ahead of KG.
Brother said distance and then said 16 points.
No, your team's barely.
That's
averaging,
a Cole Palmer hat
your
trick,
team's
mate.
barely
Relax,
averaging,
Cole Palmer hat trick.
Your team's barely averaging about 16 points.
We're fucking equal points with you.
Not Chelsea. You
Relax.
You dickhead.
We're equal points. We're equal points. With
Not Chelsea. I'm talking about your personal FPL team.
We literally went. How did we go from the Prem to the A-League?
Your FPL team.
I'm just saying. How do we?
What are you talking about?
FPL Fantasy Premier League.
Yes, I was talking about your team. We're talking about the points and difference between me and KG.
I don't look at myself because I'm in the top 10. Unfortunately,
You're not.
It's
You're.
okay.
I'm pretty sure like
12th.
26 or
12th.
whatever it is. 12th.
12th. Sorry, was it 12 meant to you? There you 12th.
Oh, congratulations.
That's my birthday, Salam, on the 12th.
Good for you. Anyway, well, let's get on to the Premier League.
Back to the Prem now. From the A-League, go back to the Prem.
I never mentioned the A-League.
We did, you did.
When? Tell
Anyway,
me.
Premier League.
Hold on. When? We're not moving on. When did I
We
mention
did.
the A-League?
Anyway,
I've been
so
talking about
Premier
no,
League.
we're not moving on.
Fuck, you're irritable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I know,
irritable.
because we're going to go there. We're going to go there.
Okay,
I never
go.
mentioned the
My
A-League.
apologies.
Anyway, on to the Prem. Liverpool 2-0. Thomas, talk to us about this.
Can I have a moment? Where's the camera?
Have your moment.
Liverpool winning the Prem this year. Simple as that. No, it's just simple. Just going to say it. 9 points. Simple as that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Just going to say it. I'm going to go a step further. There are 2-3 teams that I've watched in my life that I actually get excited for that aren't Chelsea or Madrid. Barcelona 14-15. Juve 17-18 when Manju was there and Ronaldo. And this Liverpool team. I'll be honest with you completely. The way that they absolutely suffocate you is not normal. The way that they just pin you in your own half and don't give you hope is not normal. If Salah wasn't too busy focusing on his haircut or his new contract extension with whatever fucking club he goes to, it could have been 4-0. Could have been 4-0. Rico Lewis, don't know what you were doing, brother. De Bruyne, don't know what he was doing. Besides Van Dijk's 83rd minute blunder, there was absolutely nothing that Man City did. And that is, for what we've been heard for the last 2 or 3 years, the best City team, Abdul. The best Premier League team that we've ever seen, Abdul. Yeah. The Centurions. Hey, brother, they're so far from that, it's not funny.
Yeah.
They are, I'm telling you right now, that is the best Liverpool team I've ever seen. That is the best Liverpool performance. That is the best... Shh.
Don't shush me. Go on.
Don't shush me, he says. You just salted 9 points behind. That is the best Liverpool team that I've ever seen. I'll be honest with you completely. And for me, they're going to win the Premier League. Mark the date. 2nd of December, 2nd December 2024, they've won the Premier League.
Well, everyone's entitled to their own wrong opinion.
Just opinion. So
that's fine.
nothing
Look, there's still a long way to go.
Massive.
And 9 points is a big gap. I think
For
that,
you guys to squander.
Yeah,
Like you did
but
before.
could I also point something out? I think that Liverpool they've played very well. I'm not going to take that away from them. But I think compared to City and compared to Arsenal's, let's just call it for what it is, injuries and suspensions, and you can't change. When that time hits Liverpool, if they can get through it, I'll hold my hands up and I'll say fair enough. I just think they've still also got a lot of hard fixtures to go. You look at where we've had to play and where we've had to go in the first 12, 13 weeks of the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Like we've been to City away, we've gone to Chelsea away, we've gone to Villa away, we've gone to Newcastle away. Liverpool have come to the Emirates. The only one really left, we've gone to Spurs away. Only one really left is United at Old Trafford. We've had all our hard away games, and I think that Liverpool have been fortunate not having many vital injuries. But yeah, look, I can't take that away from Mane Salah. He's got them playing like.
So you didn't think that performance was anything special? Or?
But I don't think that City, since they've lost Rodri, bro, there's 6 losses on the trot or 5 losses on the trot. No, Liverpool played well. Don't look at me like that.
Salam did.
Yeah,
but brother, let's take Arsenal bias aside.
Dude, City was shit.
Brother,
City was shit. It was more City was shit than Liverpool were good.
No.
Oh, are we watching the right game?
So we've heard the analogy, well, I did, there's only one game to watch at that time of the day. But let's put it this way, we've heard this analogy so long, Abs, that the other team makes this team look good. Team plays shit, oh yeah, we made them look good. Brother, Liverpool made City look shit. No, Abs.
Dude, it was a team where Rico Lewis was playing on the right wing.
Abs, Liverpool made City look shit. Okay. The work that they did off the ball was incredible. Salam. 100%. I have never seen. I'm not trying to be modern, hip, popular, whatever you want to say. With my own eyes, with my very limited football knowledge, with my own eyes, that was the best pressing performance I have seen this year in the Prem. No,
fair play.
It's like about 100 games played.
Look, they're the only team in the last 5, 6, 7 years that have been able to step up to City consistently and play that way, because they somehow, with the way they play, even under Klopp, get to Man City. They're the counter to how Pep wants to play, and I agree with you on that. But to say that Manchester City in the last 5 to 6 games have been anywhere near the standard that we know and we love from is not. And Liverpool are on form, bro. They've beaten Madrid and City in the space of a week, and credit to them, and kept a clean sheet in both games. But I also don't think that the opponents they've versed recently have stepped up to the plate. I don't think they've had a challenge now. I think they've played well, but no one's been able to step up to them. That's just me.
And is that on the onus of the other team?
No,
or that's on the onus of Liverpool?
Because aside from those last 2 games that they've played, I genuinely think that the games that they've
And they've
had
been
also-
fucking brilliant for those 180 minutes.
Look, we'll see. There's still another 26 odd games to go. We've both teams have been Liverpool and Arsenal have been in a position where they've been 8-9 points ahead. Bro, City caught up to them 12 points behind a few seasons ago.
We'll see now.
And fair play. I hold my hands up. Full respect to Arne Slot and what he's done if they win the league, because if they keep this form up, I can't take that away from them.
No.
But if you ask me as an Arsenal fan, and you know we've had multiple conversations on and off camera.
Yep.
Like, I think City losing Rodri
Yep.
and us losing Odegaard are probably, if you look at each team, they're not really replaceable.
Okay.
And you've seen how it's affected City.
Yep.
And you've seen how, well, not even with just Rodri. De Bruyne has not been himself.
Yep.
I think Bernardo Silva's on his way out. Gundogan isn't the same Gundogan that left City.
It's aging squad, so.
And, you know, Kyle Walker, you
Pep.
said it, Kyle Walker as well. He's been turned inside out by every winger. They lost 4-0
Pep
to Tottenham.
Pep is screaming for the January transfer window. He's begging for it. I think he's on 2 knees at this point, begging for it. Don't get me wrong. He needs to get rid of 4 or 5 players in January. Bring in 4 or 5 players. He needs to build a third squad. He's built that first squad where we had Kolarov, Sagne, got rid of that. Built that second squad, obviously, where he started to bring in a couple of other players. And now he's building that third squad in his time. And he's given that contract extension. Okay. Do I think they should have gave it after a loss? No. But the onus is on him now to build that third squad, to take him. My fear is, though, just before the January trade, it's going to be too late. I think points-wise, it's going to be too late. And all I'm going to say is, bro, expected goals 3.35 to Liverpool, to City 0.82, bro. 18 shots to 8, bro.
Look, I think you might agree with this. I think this is the season we can finally turn around and say that City just aren't hungry enough. They're full. I think that hunger that they're looking for, they've achieved everything in the last 5 years, bro.
It's very hard to keep it up.
Yeah, and you know, at the end of the day, even as an Arsenal fan, I can turn around and say that it's okay. Like, they've had such successes over the last 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Yep.
We can turn around and excuse this. Even from Pep, what Pep's been able to do in football over the last 15 odd years, you can excuse a season like this. And you know, nothing against Liverpool. I think just before we move on to the next game, I just think that Pep's just, don't expect him to not see out the season, see out his contract. I think at the end of this season,
It's good to fucking watch, but for a neutral.
Yeah, look, watching them get pumped does bring a bit of a smile to my
It's good
face.
to watch.
But we needed them to, like, at least even you guys, we needed them to at least pick up a point against Liverpool just to kind of close that gap off. But you got to do it yourself at the end of the day.
Question for you. I was having a chat with my mate, and I purposely didn't want to bring it up before because I wanted to see your live reaction.
Yeah.
Who do you think has a better bench, Liverpool or Arsenal? Squad depth wise. There's only one correct answer.
Overall, I think it's Arsenal. Fully fit squad. I'll say this though.
Okay.
I'll say this though. Tom, you're gonna ask the you react every time I give you the answer you don't want. You give me this reaction.
So I'm just going to name names and then you tell me.
Their attacking, I'll get to that. Their attacking depth is better than ours.
So in a game,
Yeah.
minus a red card, minus an injury,
Yeah.
who do you bring on to change the game? Attackers or defenders? Or midfielders even?
Depending on the game.
So I'm not saying
If you're
game
behind,
management. I'm not saying
if
game
you're
management.
behind,
Yep. Or even in the law.
hey, obviously bring on an attacker.
Bring on an attacker.
Or you bring on in different cases because both teams like to play.
Jack Lisby from the Wanderers.
Huh? Jack Lisby. No, you don't bring on Jack Lisby.
But that's what I'm saying. It's for me, it's uncomparable. For me, Liverpool have
Okay,
them.
who? Aside from, say, Jota doesn't start, or he hasn't been starting, he's on the bench.
Yep.
Who else do they have? Harvey Elliott.
Yep.
Who else are you bringing on? Midfielder goes down. Who's coming on?
Endo.
All right, aside from that,
Nunes, Diaz starts. Gakpo, you go on the bench. If one of those names
okay.
start.
I told you. The attacking wise, with what do we have? Fucking Trossard.
Joe Gomez, if Konate's injured. Gomez.
Okay.
So you're telling me that Gomez is worse than Kivior? Is that right?
Gomez is a better player than Kivior, but Kivior's probably, he's not even making the bench recently. What's your point? A fully fit squad on both ends. Kivior doesn't make the bench.
Who makes the bench? In his
You've got Tomiyasu ahead of him. You've got Calafiori. You've got Timber, Ben White. They're not all going to start.
Okay, so hold there. So Joe
Right.
Gomez better than Tomiyasu, or
Do you classify him better than Tomiyasu?
I'm asking you.
No, I'm asking you the question. You
I
tell me.
think Joe Gomez is better. Than
You think
Tomiyasu.
he's Joe? On what basis?
purely as a defender. I think stopping balls, winning balls. I think he's got a better frame than Tommy. I think he's quicker than Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu's got a better overall game. Going forward, he does.
And a defender's role is to.
Oh, you're telling me now that's all you say is footballers. So you only play caveman football, where defenders defend and attackers attack.
Not
We're in
necessarily.
2024, Thomas, where
Yeah.
if you're up 1-0 and you need to save the lead, yeah, 100% bring on Joe Gomez. But for example, the fullbacks that we like to play, like Calafiori and Timber, Tomiyasu and Ben White fit the mold more than a Kiwior would. Kiwior going forward is rubbish. I'll say that with hand on heart. But at the end of the day, to tell me that Liverpool have better squad depth than Arsenal, there's no way. If you pull up the Liverpool squad there now and I pull up the Arsenal squad, you'll know deep down that it's actually true. Yeah, I think right wing we don't have much stocks. I think going forward in attack, Raheem Sterling doesn't get anywhere near their stocks up the front. Trossard on his day maybe.
Endo or Jorginho?
Look, Endo's got age on him, so I'll probably take Endo. That's about it. We've got Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Moreno, and you've got to keep one on the bench. And then the stocks behind him, we've got a 17-year-old like they have Harvey Elliott, who's 18, 19. Ethan Ranieri, who's come on and killed it this season.
I didn't mention his name. He's good.
I'm just saying, aside from the attacking stocks, I don't think they have better squad depth than us. And now, I'll say this, and I'll say it with chest. I think anyone else but Martin Odegaard gets injured, we can deal with it. It's like getting Van Dijk.
Saka.
We can deal with it. No, we can. We don't have a player to the level of Bukayo Saka, but Martin Odegaard is by far our most influential player.
Positionally wise, correct.
Because we don't have anyone in his position to that standard. Now, you take out Van Dijk or you take out Mohamed Salah, you probably can go on with it, but you can't keep up that quality.
Because they've got better squad depth.
No, they don't.
But doesn't that make sense though? If you take out Van Dijk, you take out...
Okay, you take out Van Dijk, Joe Gomez replaces him.
Yep.
Okay, we saw that one season that Van Dijk was out for the whole season. They absolutely shut the bed. And back then, for me...
In COP second last year, and there was very other factors besides that.
Okay, but why are we allowed to use excuses for them now and not for any other team?
Okay, no worries.
We've seen before with Liverpool. Once they get multiple injuries, they crumble. We saw last season. They were up and in that title race up until about game week 28, 29. Couple injuries here, there. They fell apart.
Because Klopp announced he was...
Oh, bro, come on, man. It's Liverpool.
So you don't think that's massive?
It's the freaking passion merchants. You're telling me when Klopp turns around and announces, I'm leaving, they're not going to turn around and do it for him? Bro, they're still screaming his name now that even a year after he's announced that
I'm
he's
talking
left.
about the squad. So you're telling me when the manager leaves, that's not the biggest disruptor to the squad? Are you serious?
Bro.
When the manager leaves?
Bro, it's Liverpool. Liverpool fans.
Any
Liverpool fans, specifically you guys. When Klopp announced that he was leaving, did you not think that at the end of the day, these players would play for him, would be motivated a bit more? Yes, they would. They're passion merchants, bro. The only manager in the league that after he wins goes up to his fans and does they're in and around.
All right, bro.
That's just how they are.
Okay.
Listen, if you're going to sit here for the next 45 minutes and going to poke the bear,
I'm not poking the bear, I'm asking
you're
genuinely.
gonna get the claws.
All right, bro.
Just letting you know.
All right, bro.
Anyway, on to my team, my fantastic team. Arsenal 5, West Ham 2. Now, that probably has to be the most chaotic first half I've probably ever watched. 7 goals in 45 minutes is just nonsense. Did you watch the game, Thomas?
I did slam.
At 4:30 in the morning?
I did.
Oh, mate, that's great. Well, we were up 4-0.
Yeah, I saw.
And then I think Wan-Bissaka found himself on the end of one of the most beautiful passes I've probably seen all season. I can't lie. And then the free kick.
Great free kick.
Thoughts on the free kick?
Beautiful free kick, mate. Reminds me of my
problem,
Mounties days. Pardon?
What's wrong, Thomas?
Oh, I'm just, nothing, mate. All good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, mate.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Nah. And then Bukayo Saka converted a penalty before halftime. Now, the lightweight athletic club player of the week. I'm going to pull the
Of course, as per usual.
the veto card here.
Of course.
You can have it next week.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to Bukayo Saka.
Of course.
I'm giving it to Bukayo Saka. I think that was...
An Arsenal fan to an Arsenal player.
look,
Just expected.
it's a statement performance, man. 2 assists, 1 goal. He's now got 18 goals and assists in 18 games. I don't think, people are genuinely appreciating enough what he's been producing.
Yep.
He's now got 10 assists, I believe, in, 13 games in? The record's 20. So if he finishes the season breaking that record...
Yep. Your question to me is, he's better than what?
No, it's not even that. It's, when do you think people are just going to start respecting you?
I respect him. I think he's a brilliant player.
No, I know you do. Like, you understand football and the impact that he has on the game.
Mm-hmm.
When are people in general going to start actually, you know...
And that's on them. That's on them, Salam. That's on them to rearrange their opinion on him, because brilliant player. I think he's one of the top three in his position in the world. I would argue top two. I think there's a lot of better players than him in his position. I personally don't think. I don't think his skill set is something out of a mould that you can copy. I think it's very unique. I think he's a quick, dynamic player that likes to take players on. But he also has this ability to be calm, to link up, to drop in, and also just to be that linchpin.
Yeah.
Which I think very few players in the league and Arsenal can replicate, which I think is for me, I think after Odegaard is, if you lose him, you're in big trouble.
Yeah. Now, what is it that people don't appreciate? I don't know what it is. I don't know.
One, I think people are jealous. I think people still have that 2020 Euro miss in their head. I think people still maybe aren't relying on him as much as fans. I don't think, obviously Arsenal fans are relying, but I think if you were to build a current 11 or 5 across all 5 top 5 leagues in Europe, I don't think he gets in random people's opinions. If you ask 11 strangers, I think Salah will get in above him. Yeah. For me though, I think it's that Euro 2020 miss, and I think people are still a bit naive and aren't appreciative of his skill set.
I think Bukay's time will come. I think right now it is still Salah, until Salah calls it a day and heads off to PSG.
If Saka moves to Madrid, you reckon we'll get more respect?
No. Honestly though, I think it's a deeper issue than that, and I'm not going to get into it. But I think Vinny gets the same treatment, personally.
And I think we'll move on, because I think
it's
we're
delving
going
into
a dangerous path.
It's delving into a dangerous conversation.
I like that.
But,
I like that. Good move.
I'll move on to Martin Odegaard. Bro,
3 times this podcast.
Yeah, the impact he's having, honestly.
I'm just looking at my camera. I'm not saying anything.
Sure. The impact that he's having, honestly, since he's come back is just proving.
You like to think so. He was out for fucking 6 weeks.
Yeah. Even longer. He's missed, I think, up to 15
My
games.
apologies for not being up to
No. Anyway. With Martin Odegaard, it's just been a whole nother level since he's come back.
I agree.
Personally.
Really?
I think he's proven that when it comes to the importance of this team and when it comes to getting this team to click, there's no touching it.
I agree. For me, though, get Gabriel up there as well, bro. Fuck, man. I'm not sure if there's a record for most set-piece goals in a season. Yeah. I think he's breaking it, to be honest. Right. And I love this header. The way people fucking... I think it was Timber. Timber pushed the player out of the way. Bro, class, man. They are dead ball merchants. Yeah, set-piece merchants.
There's a saying that's been going around with Gabriel. It's like prime Shaq in the box. The way he's just moving, he's just dunking on people.
Prime Shaq in the box.
He is absolutely killing it. But look, set pieces are important. I think especially,
Massively.
I think you guys maybe next season will probably start to feel it. But I think once teams start parking the bus against you lot, it's important.
Okay.
And, unless you got players that can, like a De Bruyne or even... De Bruyne is a different gravy.
Yep.
But unless you got a player like that or even an Odegaard to break a line, like, I don't know if you saw I think it was the second goal, where he played that pass over the top.
The ball.
Oh, mate, I don't know. But
before you get a bit too excited, I think before we get on to United, who I think we should rightfully, and have to talk about them 4-0, Jesus Christ. Decky, do you like the reception he got? Be honest.
It was a bit more mellow than usual. He looked a bit more... Like when Saka scored.
I think it affected him a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because last time I don't think it affected him as much. I think I don't know what it was. That's why I wanted to pay attention. Because by the 50th minute, I could tell something.
He wasn't right.
I don't know.
I think because Sotari hasn't started. I think because Mikel's been a bit more... what's the word?
Stringent with him. Tactically stringent.
Yeah. Let's just say he freeballed the midfield. Yeah. Like he's been playing Moreno one week, Partey the other week. Yeah. Like he switched up. Jorginho played against... who was it the other week? I think it was Nottingham Forest. Maybe he's a bit frustrated.
Yeah.
I don't know, but also knowing Declan Rice's character from what I've seen last season, I think he'll be right. Maybe he just felt the emotions of the game.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. I think if you saw anything as well. Personally, for me, he just didn't look right. No. Something wasn't there.
No, but I don't know, man. That's 13 goals in the last 3 games. Do you think
Back to
that...
Arsenal.
We are talking
We're
about Arsenal.
going to move on.
Before we move, I'm asking the final question before we move on. Are we going to question every little thing?
No, I'm
I
just
say
saying,
today?
what's the final question,
If
sir?
we're going to question every little thing today, I might as well get you behind the camera and drilling me with questions. So,
We can do that after if you like.
13 goals in 3 games. Do you think that they can pull enough of a run together?
No, I've already given my answer to Liverpool winning the Prem.
But do you think they could bring it back? I'm not saying they're going to win it. Do you think they could possibly, let's just say they play Liverpool, I think, in 6-7 weeks' time. You think come then, Liverpool drop a few points. You think that 9-point lead could become 4?
Sure, but Liverpool winning the Prem.
That's
That's
fair.
my answer too.
Look, fair
I'm
play.
not saying Chelsea. See, I'm not saying Chelsea.
No, I don't think anyone's saying Chelsea.
They're literally equal with them. We're literally equal with Arsenal.
Again,
literally.
there's 26 games left in the season. Anyway, on to Manchester United. Lead us into
Finally,
that.
thank fuck. So long. 4-0, brother.
Yeah.
Rashford, Zerky.
Yeah.
Zerky. Didn't think I'll say the name again, brother. What a goal. What a goal for the brother.
Look,
He was excited to see celebration.
I did.
By the way, can we just saying, Hoyland, that is not a celebration. That's never going to work. Don't attempt that again, brother. Please go nowhere near that.
That's prime Undertaker, man.
Please. I don't know what you've been watching. I know the WWE's back and ruined to go. Is that a WWE reference? Okay, amazing. Please don't ever do that again, brother. Please.
Yeah.
Just not cool. You just haven't got it. You haven't got that. What's the word the kids
Aura.
are using? Aura. Yeah. The aura's minus 3,000. Put it that way.
Look, I was disappointed in Everton. I think they were poor.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong in saying that, though.
Pardon?
There's nothing wrong in saying that.
There's nothing wrong.
No. I just thought your reaction was a bit...
Anyway, but with Everton, they've flirted with that drop zone, Salam, for 2 or 3 years now. Even they brought Ancelotti and James there for, I love James, for a couple of seasons. And bro, they've been flirting with that for a while. For me, yes, they're a little bit better, yes, but in a couple of weeks, Ashley Young's going to verse his son in the FA Cup, and brother, I'm going to predict it now. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be good. I'm letting you know. They will, again, be very close to that drop zone.
Yeah,
They
I
will
think
be,
so.
brother.
But, man, it's poor.
They gave United the goals.
Bro,
They gave it.
4 goals, and I could say that they pretty much had a hand in every single one
Correct.
of them. And it's not like they turned it over trying to attack.
No, God, no.
I think 3 of the goals were literally handed to them with space. I think it was Rashford's second goal. Amad Diallo literally had free space in front of him. They turned the ball over. He just ran down, passed it across goal. And Rashford's like, it's just, this isn't the Premier League standard.
He's a player, but
Ahmad, yeah.
he's a player.
I feel like, what's his name? The new coach, Ruben.
Yeah,
Amahim, whatever.
Amaran.
Amarim. Oh, bro. I think someone called him a Mino gas on Twitter.
Oh, God.
But, no, all jokes aside, I don't think he favours him.
Diallo.
He hasn't started him as much. It looks like he prefers...
Diallo or Diallo?
Diallo.
Ahmed.
He hasn't started. Under
The brother's a goat.
I know he is. I want him to start. I like Ahmad.
Do you like the 3-5-2?
I think for the players they have, yes.
I think it suits them.
Yeah.
I think him on that right wing back position, bro, goated.
I'll still say it to this day. Their best football came under when they were playing counter-attacking under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah, I agree.
Because that team is not made to play tactical one-touch. They don't have the players for it. You know, you've signed Ugarte. I haven't seen anything of him.
Not necessarily.
Bruno Fernandes is probably the only shining light and consistent player.
Ooh, Mazraoui I like.
Mazraoui's been good, but
He's been very good.
Bruno, when they've needed someone to step up, has been that
You
good.
would like to think so as the captain.
Rashford, and I was watching the game before, and I was watching the extended highlights after. Rashford, under every manager for that first month and a half, 2 weeks, if you remember,
He's the best player on earth.
is the best player on earth. I don't know what the hell happens after that, but I remember under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he killed it. Absolutely murdered
PSG
people.
still have nightmares, mate.
PSG, what was it, that night in Paris? Whatever they
night in
call
Paris,
it.
mate.
Eric Ten Hag.
Lukaku was shining as well.
Do you remember his goal against Arsenal under Eric Ten
bro,
Hag in
yeah.
the first month?
Yeah, bro.
Absolutely murdered everyone. We're seeing it again. Now, if MBE can, let's just say, keep his form together and not
It's
just
not
have-
consistency, bro. I'll stop you there. It's we've seen this for too long. They've had 3 or 4 managers, bro. They've tried it. They've attempted it. He's that type of player. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a confidence issue. Maybe it's he's that type of player where he gets going, stops, goes out partying, comes back, wait for the new guy to get sacked, and then he repeats. Rinse, repeat, brother.
Yeah, I think half the problem with him as well is I agree, but I feel like he can't motivate himself for long periods of time.
That's on him.
Yeah, and that's kind of, as a professional footballer, that you want to play to the highest standard. You can't have that, man.
Maybe he doesn't, Salah. Maybe that's on him. I think maybe the United fans should lower the expectations.
But that's
Bro, every single year United fans are calling for him to go.
yeah.
So you've heard it, bro. Every single year United, there's a reason.
Well, what's it going to take to get him, give him that kick up the arse?
60 million.
I reckon 60 million?
Yeah, 60 mil.
Look,
So you're telling me, you go tomorrow to the Glazers, and you offer them 60 mil for
oh,
him.
brother, there'll be more
They'll
than... Well, I don't think anyone will pay 60 mil for him.
What's the lowest you'll give? 40.
35, 40? No, it's one of those...
He was a player back in the day, bro.
I know, but that's the thing. It's
No, I agree with you completely.
But the thing is, and I don't think we've spoken about it, we haven't had the chance to actually talk about it on the show since Ruben's been appointed. Man, you United fans kill me. Because this happens with every single manager you guys sign.
I love United fans.
Like, I love their passion. I love the motivation that you somehow keep finding after every... give him 6 weeks. 6 weeks, they'll lose 3 or 4 games. Before you know it, they're going to turn around and they're going to be like, new manager, we need this, we need that. It will go back to the point, your club is rotten from the top.
Okay. On that note, any prosperity long term? Yes or no?
Can't tell you yet.
First ever 4-0 win, even Ten Hag never achieved that, so.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
I've looked into it. I watched the
think
game.
if they can-
4 goals were gifted, I agree.
Yeah.
What I'm saying though is, if you're a United fan, which I know you're not, do you reckon that there is some prosperity there? Do you reckon that there is a chance, that there is a prospect, there is a vision, there is a way that Amaron can turn this around?
Yes, I think there is. It's just the same question we ask ourselves every single manager. Will they give him the time? Will they give him the chance? Will they give him, the patience? And it's not just, what do you need to get to this level? And this is what I feel the problem with the Glazers board is. They'll tell them, all right, what's your end goal? I want to get to here by 2027. All right, how can we make that 2024?
Yeah.
And then they'll go out and they'll
They
give
rush
him
the process.
350 million to spend. And they'll rush the process.
No.
Now, for United to succeed, they're going to have to go step by step, undo this layer by layer by layer, and take the approach that, I'll be honest with you, I think that you guys have had 3 or 4 managers in the last few years. But if you actually look at the process that's gone through, take the managers away. You've done exactly what's kind of been needed to do. You've slowly but surely got rid of the players you don't need.
Just sign every fucker there is.
And then you sign whoever you need.
That's it.
Whereas United like to go, okay, we like Ajax. Let's buy the whole Ajax team and copy paste it. It doesn't work like that.
They've done it once.
So, to answer your question, yes, I do.
Okay.
But I don't trust that the board know what they're doing with this type of manager.
Hopefully Sir Jim can make a change.
Mate,
As per usual.
I don't think...
As per KG screaming for.
I don't think God can help them at this point.
Oh, okay.
But I want to move on to your team. Now, that game was just freaking hilarious by me, Martinez. I can't lie. Great win by Chelsea. I think
Best keeper in the world, Golden Glove, yeah.
I don't know how they keep giving it to him.
Politics, Argentina.
Do you think
Argentina tax.
Messi's got his little...
7 penalties in that World Cup. So I'm going to go back to it. One against Croatia, never a penalty. Brother, 7 minutes, Nicholas Jackson and early goals. What's happened to you, Salam?
Mate, Mark Cucurella is on something else this season.
So how do we get from my Senegalese brother?
Because I'm going to get to your Senegalese brother in a second.
7 minutes, bro. Again?
7 minutes. I think it was a great pass.
Brilliant pass, brother. Brilliant pass.
Unlucky to take a touch from the defender, but Jackson just hit it perfectly. And this is, we said it for the end of last season. All that brother needs is a bit of form, a bit of confidence, someone to believe in him, and you've got yourself a really, really, really good
Have we seen the stat?
What is it?
22 goals, non-penalty goals since last year. Salah has 20.
I'm telling you, man. You can't.
He's the brother.
That's
He's
what
that
I'm saying.
brother.
Look, I've liked him I like the look of him as a striker. There's not many strikers that, you don't have to be as tall as Haaland, you don't have to be as small as, Salah or Alvarez or anyone of that build.
Yeah.
He's the perfect in between. And he's got the pace, he's got the strength, he's got the power. It's just a matter of him looking at the ball and actually knowing where to shoot.
Before I get on to my, that was a beautiful monologue, by the way. Thank you. Before I get on to my, now, how do I not make this weird?
His lover in disguise.
Before I get on to Cole Palmer, we'll just make that quite clear. Enzo Fernandez. Now, I'm not giving any marriage advice, Salam. I'm not in that business. I haven't got a degree in that. I do have 2, if people are asking. Now, I'm not a counsellor or anything, but it does seem that if you are unhappy in wherever you are, in any walk of life, Salam, maybe the best is to leave. Because I don't know what's going on with Enzo. Wow. The brother started talking on the pitch. Maybe the brother is voicing his anger from his whatever's going on there. Like I said, this is a disclaimer. Don't leave your kids, obviously. Kids are important. Don't leave your wife. But for the benefit of Chelsea Football Club, it's going great.
Look, maybe they've threatened him going back to Boca Juniors or something. I don't know. But he's actually looked all right. That goal that he scored.
Wow.
Like, it's something you'd see in FIFA where you just keep it up and he just hit it first time.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. And I was like...
Still not 130 million, by the way.
Look, I don't understand how you guys still paid that much for him after 6
anything.
games at a World Cup. But
7.
credit where it's due. I think when it comes to your midfield this season, they're doing their role and they're doing it well. I think Lavia coming back has
He looked right.
been, I think, the underrated
completely.
because he's allowed Moises, as I like to call him, Bambi or Nice to actually perform.
Last year, Bambi or Nice.
But he's performing in his best position.
Oh, cracker, absolutely.
And I think Lavia's taken that defensive, because that was the problem with Enzo last season.
He couldn't do it.
No.
He just couldn't do it.
And I think playing under Graham Potter at that moment was shambolic for anyone. But yeah, onto Cole Palmer, mate. That goal, wow. Wowee.
He's never said that, by the way. He's never said that.
I'll give him credit. It's becoming a bit of a signature.
Who gave the assist? The boy Noni. Now again, Noni didn't do much that game. As per Noni, doesn't do much on the football field.
My Baba could have given that one fucking yard pass, man. Come on.
That's my boy. Noni, what an absolute 5-yard straight pass, simple. Some will make it bounce, some will do it, attempt a nose pass. But just a nice little simply weighted perfect. Cole takes a touch and just goes bang to top left. What a brilliant finish. And brother just does a knee slide, does a little as he's sliding. Tell you what, my Saturday morning couldn't got any better in my life.
Look, I'll give credit where credit's due there. I think that, I think the best of Cole Palmer is yet to come. And you want to know why?
What's in the V, Salam? This is rare.
It's over there, mate.
What's in the V?
Purple today. I think the best of Cole Palmer is yet to come. And I'll say this with chest. I think once the standard of the players around him improve, as time goes and as I'm watching him play more, I think he'll actually be able to stand on his own.
Yep.
My fear with Cole Palmer, and as a lot of people who engage in that Saka versus Palmer debate, think that Cole Palmer, let's just say, will fall to shit once better players are around him.
I don't think so.
I'm starting to kind of see differently.
Yep.
I think that once he gets comfortable in his role, and I think he's in a very different position to what, say, example, Martin Odegaard or De Bruyne are playing.
Of course.
I think he's a bit more advanced. I think it's closer to De Bruyne than Odegaard.
Yeah, Odegaard tends to stick to those sort of 3 channels in the middle. You got centre left, you got centre right.
Yeah.
Whereas Palmer generally, he doesn't go far left, but he goes right. Sometimes he goes really wide with Noni. Then he goes centre right, centre and centre left. But I don't think he ever touches the left, which is okay, understandable. But Martin tends to go in those 3, which works for Martin. Yeah. Yeah. Because he's got a few more years on Cole, obviously. I'm not saying that's a factor.
No.
I'm just saying he understands that, he doesn't need to do as much running because he's obviously been he's been at Madrid, he's been around those players. Martin, obviously. But I think Cole, when he starts to get those better players around him, when he doesn't need to go into that far right channel and almost hug the touchline sometimes, that's where he'll become a better player.
Yeah, and I think that the array of players ahead of Palmer at the moment, when I say, your Felixes, your Nkunkus,
Netos,
Noni,
Madueke.
Neto, he's got a whole list of players in front of him that are talented. And, you brought on João Felix.
That turn, oh my God, I thought he scored.
I don't understand the amount of attacking talent in this team. I'll say it, you guys have better depth in attack than we do. You guys probably have the best attacking depth in the league.
Liverpool first than us.
Your talent across the board is closer in terms of how talented each one is than Liverpool is. They've got Salah. They've got probably, I'd say, Luis Diaz is up there with Jota. And then everyone else kind of floats in and around in between. You've got...
Who do you bring on? Gakpo or Felix?
Felix. No. For me, Felix.
That's for you. Thank God, John.
So you take Gakpo?
I'll take Gakpo.
Yeah, look different
For form of his life.
Okay, would you bring on... See, I think Luis Diaz starts. If he was in the Chelsea team, I think he probably starts. Salah starts. I think any one of your strikers start ahead of Nunes. I think Jackson,
No, is he?
Jackson, Felix, and Nkunku all start ahead of
Jackson starts ahead of Nunes.
Yeah? I think Felix does.
No, Nunes then Felix. Felix for me.
What about Nkunku?
Christopher needs to decide what he is.
9.5. Your favourite term?
Fucking Zerky merchant, brother. Before we get on to the last thing which I want to talk about, which is our defence, which I'm really shocked on, and I think that's one of the key successes as to why we're doing well, just really quickly. Aston Villa, brother, winless in 8. Champions League hangover for you?
Yeah, a little bit. Weirdly enough, they're doing better than the other
Bro,
part.
we both predicted 4th.
Yeah. Emery, man, you're letting us down.
Unfortunately, it's not good evening, it's good afternoon. And I think when it's good afternoon for you, for brother, it's time to go.
Can I say, I was so happy to see a, what are they called? Oh,
Is that a long
the
day?
free kick. The indirect free kick.
Oh, yeah.
I was so happy to see an indirect free kick in a game.
Bring it back.
And the fact that he missed it, I'm like, come on, man.
It's okay. It was a great save.
But Emi Martinez was, I don't know how many vodka Red Bulls he had before that game or whatever the hell he was putting in his drink.
It did a Jamie Vardy special.
Anyone but Nicholas Jackson, God bless him, I don't think his football first touch and his IQ, like anyone else just hits it straight away.
First time, yeah.
He wanted to take a touch
course
and
he
go around. You know, that's
He
Nicholas.
saw his cameras in lights. He wanted to do the line celebration.
The
not
Bobby
for you.
Firmino, you know.
The no looker.
The no looker.
The Kramaric special. Brother, as you alluded to before, Marco Correa. Wow, he's taking some of that Euro form in there, brother. I think Colwell's been a revelation. Bro, wow. I'm shocked with our defence. Shocked.
This is probably, I don't think anyone's ever said it before. I have a feeling he performs when he gets a bastard of a coach.
I don't think Maresca's a bastard of a coach, to be honest.
When I say a bastard of a coach, it's kind of like...
When I look at Enzo, I don't think I wouldn't want scream at me, it wouldn't affect me.
No, but
I look at that brother like he just, you know what I mean?
No, but the vibe I get from Enzo is that just like, can you bleep this out? He's just a cunt of a coach. He doesn't care. He does not care. He doesn't care.
Okay.
And Robert De Zerbi was the same thing for me.
Yeah.
I think that when you look at him and you see, the way he just is, he just does what he needs to do. When you're not on board, he doesn't care. Get out of here. Look what he done to Trossard.
Yep.
Trossard dropped off the Brighton train.
Yep.
And he's like, all right, see you later. I don't care who you go. And we saw it with Sterling. We saw it with, I think, who left as well this is the start of the season?
Central. No, sorry, not Central. Jesus Christ, that's bad.
No, it was, he outed 2 players. Sterling and...
Chua.
Was it Chua?
Chua.
Yeah. He doesn't care. And I think Cucurella thrives in that environment where it's just, he needs to work
I
for
see him very similar to De La Fuente, the Spanish coach.
Yeah.
But again, I think him and Maresca, where they're similar is that they let their players shine. Look what he did to Lamau, brother. Bring him on. Look what he does to Palmer. Look what he does to Cucurella. Look what he does to Cole. He just lets him go, bro. He lets him go. Do what you need to do. You know the formation. You know how to play. You know the tactics. You know our patterns of play. Let them play, bro.
And it gives them a reason to. Like, if you miss that ball, if you lose that ball, it means something. I think under Graham Potter, it's like, he was playing him at left centre back at one point. What's Sideshow Bob doing at left centre back?
Graham's had a great time, though.
But
It explains why he's not in the job, to be honest.
I'll give you credit where credit's due.
We're coming top 4.
I think I said it. I said you're finishing 4th this season.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of, can they maintain it? I think you got the squad depth to do it.
I think we will.
I think midfield you're a little light, but everywhere else I think you're fine. You've got players that can come in and play different
Get there,
positions.
bro. We'll get there.
But yeah, look, I never thought I'd say it. Hats off.
It's been a really positive episode for you, Salam, besides the first 20 minutes.
Some would say.
But back to an Australian context, because obviously Lightweight is still based in Australia. The secret location will be revealed soon. Brother, back to the A-League.
Your team finally won a game. Hallelujah.
We beat the Jets, now we beat City.
2-0, Melbourne City.
Yep.
Thoughts?
You know what? Roles reverse time. Nicholas Milanovic, how far is he away from a Socceroos cap? Be honest with me, completely.
Probably a good season under his belt.
Last year wasn't a good season.
I think he needs... I just think his game needs to mature that little bit more.
He's a fucking top goal scorer.
Not taking...
In the league?
Tom. He is a great player, a top player, one of the best that we've got in the league. But I think when it comes to that kind of maturity to know when to go yourself, when to shoot.
Okay.
No offense to your team.
Yeah.
But
Oh, trust me, I've been offended, so that's fine.
he's well and above
Completely.
everyone else in
Completely.
that team. So if I go and stick him in, you know, a Sydney FC, for
Yep.
example, or if I put him in a team where, in an Auckland right now, where they're all firing, I think he takes that step
You know where he
back
would do
and-
well?
Where?
Victory.
Yeah.
Fucking him, Yeros, Marchash, bro. Azani Milanovic on the... Are you serious?
Yeah. Like, I think the thing is with Arzani, for example, is that we...
Two different players, but
Yeah.
profile.
But personality-wise, I don't think they're too different.
No. We even heard from Dylan.
Yeah. Like, he's great. He knows he's that good. Nicholas knows he's that good.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of, I can see you're still 21 on the pitch. I can still see that, you know, you look at a Bukayo Saka, for example, same age. But you see the difference in level. And I know, you know, Nicholas keeps up with this podcast. You're having a cracker season and you're killing it.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, for me, I just want to see that level of maturity.
Yep.
Yeah, for example, he won that penalty.
Yep.
But I think...
Intelligent penalty. Intelligent. Because if you look at it, okay, puts his body into it.
Yeah.
But, brother, it's a foul. And the way he brought it at that crucial time, in the
100%.
context of our season,
Yeah.
brilliant move. My question to you, just quickly before we move on to Brisbane Roar and MacArthur, fuck what a game. You look at our left flank for the Socceroos, Martin Boyle, and you're telling me that Milanovic isn't far off Martin Boyle? Attribute for attribute, skill set for skill set, potential for potential. You're telling me Milanovic isn't far off?
No, I just think that it's a bit of a... It's similar to what Popper said about Irin Kunda, why he didn't pick him the last...
Yeah, but
I look, skill-wise, I think, yes, if I was to turn around and be like, I need to pick our best left winger, definitely plays him.
in the
Irin
country, bro,
Kunda.
I think he's there.
Yeah.
I think he's top two. I'll be completely honest with you.
I just think that, like I said, I think he needs a bit more maturity to his game. You know, if you... Bro, I know enough players to say if that 21, they get a Socceroos cap, his head's going to be out of this fucking world. And there's, again, nothing against him, like, personally. I just think that he's a confidence, ego type player where if he turns around and he's walked in, played for the Socceroos, scored a goal, he's going to come back to the Wanderers. He's like, fuck, who the fuck? Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
But the problem is the Wanderers aren't like that.
Yeah.
Knowing Alan Stacic,
Yeah.
he doesn't want someone that walks in and says, oh, fuck the rest of you. I'm a Socceroo.
We've seen what he's done with one.
Yeah. Like, Juan, and we heard what he said about
The agent.
With the comments as well, with the agent. It's kind of like, well,
I like that, by the way.
yeah.
Stamp it out straight away.
But it's just, you know, and we're seeing with Tomulkovsky now. Tomulkovsky's that type of player as well. He's an ego confidence player.
Yeah.
But Alan's kind of learned how to bring that back. I don't think he can do that with Milo.
I think
Because I think Milo's closer to move abroad than he's a Socceroos.
when you're linked with Dinamo, and it's extremely close, as we've been told,
Yeah.
there's reason why they see him. There's reason why he was linked.
There's a reason why they re-signed him. Because I think after this season, on the plane, see you later.
But I think a Socceroos cap needs to happen before that. Me personally, sorry.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised. Look, Popper, the way Popper's selecting players, he'll probably get a cap for them.
For me, that left wing spot and the right back spot, like Dylan was saying, I think they're the two most viable for someone to come in.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Centre backs are set, besides Hayden. I think Hayden's going to be a superstar, to be honest. I think a left back's set. I think midfield we don't really need to touch.
No.
Nestori's on the right. Up front, you got Duke, Barello, or Yengi. Fucking pick your three. I think on the left and on the right back, Gary is fucking... How old's Gary? He's been there for fucking yonks.
Yeah.
I think personally for me, Milo has to be in that next squad.
He will be
if
there.
he keeps it up.
Yeah.
He has to be
there.
there.
I think he'll be there very soon. It's just, yeah. Look, like I said, I'm going to end it there. I just think for me, it's kind of, you need to make him, when I say earn it,
Yeah.
earn it. Okay. Like, you need to make him get to a point where he should be like, well, I should have been here already, rather than hand it to him.
Yep.
So, yeah, but I think he'll get it. The way, and when we get to the women's side, I want to
Yep.
compare something with Popper and Samrani.
No problem.
But let's move on to the next game. 4-4, Brisbane, MacArthur. Bro, that
What a
has to
game.
be the most exciting game
Loved it.
I've seen in a while.
That should have happened at United round.
You know what? They should have picked. Oh, that's the whole different issue.
Scheduling, yeah, scheduling.
But 4-4, bro. Jed Drew came on.
That brother.
Starboy.
Again, friend of the podcast. We haven't been paid by Jed to say this, but again, this is one of the where I look at Australian football. I go, what is the harm of giving him a fucking cap, select one less defender. I know Papa's a fucking defensive-minded coach. Sack one less defender.
And give him a go.
Fuck, give him a go.
Right, throw him
Bring
out.
him on the last 10. See what he does.
Let's throw him at wing back if you have to. Straight out. The way he plays with his wing backs, the way Jed Drew plays on that flank, you might as well.
He's a weapon, bro.
Because
He's a weapon.
there's 3 players in that game that I think should have a cap come the end of the season. Him, Holman, and Waddingham.
Just said the turn. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Bro.
Had number 8 on his back.
Bro, you said
Forget
the turn?
Holman, bro. I saw it in the Straight out.
Bro, that turn was on the Indonesian international as well. From Brisbane. Bro said,
Did you see his face? In
yeah,
the
bro. I got flashbacks to the interview. I'm going, have you seen that new meme? I'm just a chill guy.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get the ball from Holman. He's that brother. He's that little, what's that guy called?
Quite a I know what you talk about.
Yeah, the fucking the little bear thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know which one you're talking about.
That is Jake Holman personified as a human.
Yeah. Nah,
Swear to God, man.
Bro, even when we talked to him, he was
He's like,
just kick back. He's chill. He's that guy.
Before we move on to the obviously the Ninja Women's League, bro. Am I a bit of a fortune teller with Yakalish or no? Am I?
A bit unfortunate.
Fortune teller, Salam.
Possibly.
Bro.
It was a good call, and like
Not even that specific, but Marin, bro.
Marin's killing them, mate. Croatian and proud, mate. Croatian.
Stop there. Hajduk. Bila boja je boja. We'll move on from there. 1-0 against Dinamo. Salam.
Dobro.
Should we use the other one that I taught you or no?
Oh.
That's a different podcast. That's a different podcast. Salam, move us on before I take this into a Hajduk
Bro,
podcast.
Zinedine Machac. That goal, donezo. Like for me, not goal of the season, but I watched it and I've never gasped that much.
Him
more.
and Yakalish are the 2 most rated players in this league besides Senna and Owami. And Costa.
Yeah,
Those 2.
that like I said, if that victory team gets its shit together,
I told you, bro. They're incredible. But I said this them MacArthur. Wow.
Yeah.
I personally can't wait for Victory and MacArthur to play. That will be an off its head game, cuz.
are we finally seeing what I said about Melbourne City?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be honest, I don't think Vidmar lasts till the end of the year.
No. But I like what Boldman's been doing at Victory. I can't lie.
Okay, I get it. Before we move on, his treatment of Fonaroli. Thoughts? Mr. Penn, round 1, hasn't played since, scored. And if you look at the celebration, Salam, I challenge you to watch that, please, before you get home. Look at it. The way he directed his celebration towards Kisnorbo was like, don't f with me, brother. I'm South American. No, Salam, watch it, please. I challenge you to watch it. The way he positioned himself and went, you know what? With me, bro. I've been at this club long enough. I've been in the A-League long enough. I've done it at City. I've done it at Perth. I've done it at fucking Victory.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, but at the same time, it took him. I'm not discrediting the brother, but it took him as long as it did to get a soccer risk. I know he was eligible for Uruguay before, but to get his name on an international level, it took him a while. I think the last few years he's been insane. But that's the type of coach Kisnorbo is. He probably likes the fact that he turns around to him and he says, you know what? He probably went in the dressing room and turned around and he told him to go to GFY. You know, look at me. I'm that guy.
Get out or get the fuck out or.
Go.
The other one. Okay.
But I think Kisnorbo is doing a very good job at balancing egos. That team has a lot of big personalities.
Azani's back.
You know, and you know when you think about it, it's just a matter of time before, you know.
No, it was good to watch with Azani. I'm not sure. I think I saw a stat: 5 or 6 completed dribbles, completely taking players on.
Yeah.
Bro, I love to watch it.
Our last game before we move on to the Women's League.
Tell me.
Auckland 2, Newcastle Jets 0. Man, the gods are smiling down on Auckland. It's got to end soon. 2 late goals again.
Why are you salty, bro?
Because fucking man, they're getting lucky.
Okay, and
You know, Newcastle by the end of the game, I believe, had 0.17 less expected goals than they did.
Yeah.
The goal they got was lucky. I think it just the way no one saw it, it crept through. It was a nice goal, don't get me wrong. But just
if Paulson keeps up this form,
yeah, he's starting at Bournemouth, bro.
question: Do you reckon he will have a bigger legacy at Auckland than Wellington?
If he wins the league
Ooh, good shout.
with Auckland in the first season,
And he wins best keeper in the league like he did last year.
I don't know if you're going to understand this. I've only got one way to describe it, and it's to do another.
It's some fucking cross-code reference.
Yes, it is.
Salam, I don't watch other sports.
Just understand.
Get it through your head.
I know.
I don't watch it.
You'll know this guy. You actually sent it to me the other day. Sonny Bill.
Sonny Bill!
There we go.
He's a Wanderers fan, by the way.
So-
that's my brother.
Alex Paulson winning the league with Auckland after having the seasons that he did at Wellington is like when Sonny Bill left the Bulldogs in 2008.
Did he leave?
Yes, he did. Came back to the Roosters in 2013 and won the comp with them.
And
now,
who's he had a better legacy for?
people remember him for coming up through his Bulldogs days when he won the comp in 04.
Is that true?
Yes, it is. Bulldogs fans are still salty that he left.
Is that you, Salam?
Yes, that is me and every other fan base, but every other person in our fan base. But people will also remember how big of an achievement he is going to the crosstown enemy.
Yep.
And winning the comp there. So to answer your question, I think yes, he probably will, because you've probably crossed codes like across town, like you shouldn't have, but they can't say
West to
anything.
the east, Salam.
Like they can't say anything, man. He's killing it, but how long till they run out of luck?
True. Abs, obviously, now to the women's side. Central Coast Mariners 2, Canberra 1. Moya Markovski, can I just say, she's going to develop an award for herself. And she's going to try and outdo herself every single week for the Markovski Award for her own goal collections.
Yeah,
Bro, she's going to Puskas by the end of it. Wow.
Do you remember what I put in the story?
No.
Holy rockets. I think at the end of the day...
Sorry.
What? There's nothing wrong with holy rockets. It was a rocket of a goal.
Sorry, for everyone off camera, the security just walked in and just tried to get him out of the fluid. Sorry. Oh, fuck.
Back on track.
Please, before we get
Back
kicked
on
out.
track.
Yeah.
Cracker of a goal.
Yeah.
They have too many strikers.
Yeah. Tiana Fuller, but I liked when she came on.
Yeah. And I think Shadeen Evans. I remember her lovely cameo in our preseason
Great
video.
cameo, great cameo.
Definitely feeling the same vibe after that, I can't lie.
Yep.
But, man, look, here's my problem with Canberra.
Tell me.
Great team.
Yep.
But you're basically playing a 4-2-4. It's like when you
With
play
four
FIFA
strikers.
and you're trying to fit every single striker. You've got Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, and Haaland all in the same lineup.
Yep.
How are you trying to fit?
So you're pressing square and shifting them, is that what you're saying? Like you just...
Yeah,
you
you
got
know,
the
in
yeah,
career
yeah,
mode where you shift
yeah,
them?
facts.
You've got Heyman, Keane, Markovski, and Stanic Flooding.
Static Flooding, yeah. She's
All-
Croatian.
Congratulations.
Sorry. Flooding, right, okay.
What are you expecting?
Oh, you can't. No, you can't. My only way, or I could change that a bit from my obviously again limited football knowledge. Please don't come at me. Is a 4-2-4, but you would have to have two of the hardest working eights in the league, which I don't think they have. Salam,
No.
by Bethany's own admission. By Bethany's own admission. No, we'll cut that out. But like, I think you would need two of the hardest working eights in the league, Salam. Would you agree? If you're trying to play that,
Yeah.
you would need two of the hardest working
Yeah,
eights.
but at that point you also need creative midfielders too, because the style of play that Keane, Markovski, they're all the same striker.
Yeah, not the same build. I think personally Markovski's better up front than she's on the right.
Yeah, but
and
she's
I would
been forced.
play Kate.
That's the problem. I agree with you. And
Yeah.
I think Keane's on the. You can't balance it. It's like you guys trying to play Felix and Kunku, Jackson and Neto,
They're both-
all in the same lineup. But I agree with you. I think it's. I don't know. Central Coast though,
Yeah.
Taylor Ray.
Weapon, bro. She's a weapon.
That-
She's a weapon of a player. let's be
That
honest with
girl
you.
has a spot on my heart.
We'll move on from there, Salam. Brother, now I'm not going to call anything nice and early.
Yeah.
I am concerned. There is red and black alarm bells in my head. There was red and black alarm bells on the men's and women's side. However, those have started to slowly go away on the men's side. Thank God for that. Robbie Hooker. I didn't see any push-ups this week, but I did see another loss. I'm a bit concerned, Salam. I'll be honest. I'm a bit concerned. I don't know what's going wrong. Sophie didn't start. Talia up top. Kushla on the left. Was that correct?
It was like
It was
he tried like
weird.
a 3-5.
I didn't like it. Again, limited football knowledge compared to Robbie, obviously. But I just didn't see what he was trying to do there. And I think, yes, deflected free kick, last minute, made it 2-0. But I personally, man, even when you have 3 centre-backs at the back, I didn't really see anything. I think Shea Carmasa again had a great game.
I feel bad for Shay.
Yeah, bro.
She's
Facing shots.
a top shelf keeper in a team that is just, they can't defend in a moment. And this is a team that he's tried a 4-4-2 all season with.
Yeah, bro.
This is not a 4-4-2 team.
No.
Okay?
No.
It's simple.
Yeah.
Sophie down the middle, Kushla on either side,
Yep.
Talia on either side. You've got Chessery, you've got Abdel Masih, you've got Price on the bench. There's so many other options.
Bro, it's like, yes, normally football clubs, you've got the men's, women's side and youth side all following the same sort of formation, passages of play, principles of play. They all want to play the same way, I get that. But if you haven't got a squad that can play in the way that the club is trying to make you play, a brilliant coach has to change.
Yeah.
A measure of a good coach is their ability to work around what they have.
100%.
Remember, it is the team that produces the results, not the coach. The coach sets them up in the way to produce results. And unfortunately, for the women's side, this formation, these passages of play, these principles of play, it's not working, it's not gelling. And now we're in a critical place where there is points on the line and we are dropping further at a crucial time.
Yeah, 100%. And like you said, it's just you're forcing an issue that's just not there. And, Sophie Harding, we saw how she reacted after the derby. And with all due respect to the performance of the girls,
some of them were in tears, bro.
Amy Harrison saved about 2-3 goals off the line.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have been a 2-1 game.
I remember you saying that you haven't seen as many blocks in Yonks.
And you're trying to play, for example, like another good friend of the podcast, Sienna Silvesca. For me, she's not a striker.
No, bro.
The way you're playing.
That's a 10 or an 8.
She's a 10. Yeah. All right. You either play a 4-3-3 with a 10, but then you've got Chessery. Chessery is a top player. All right. You got Abdel Masih, who's also Ella's a top player. Chessery's playing left mid most weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. Now listen.
I don't get it. I don't get it. The team's just not gelling. You've got Danica Matos, who's also another top player. You got a right back. I don't know what's happened.
I haven't seen her.
I don't know.
Disappeared. Now, do you think we can turn this around? Oh shit.
No, bro. You haven't won a game in God knows how much. You haven't scored a goal in 4 weeks, 4 games I think it is now. How long do you think Sophie's going to stick around for? How long do you think
Julie Donald winner, bro?
That's what I'm saying. She goes to Look at Apostolov. I think it's Apostolowski.
Alexia. Yeah.
Alexia in Melbourne City left the Wanderers last season. Absolutely
as players tend to do, leave our club and kill it. Before we move on, Abs, to a little announcement that I want to make. Just quickly take us through that Popovic Samrani thing that we're having off chat.
Yeah, I've realised something. I was watching back our episode with Tom, and one thing we mentioned about that episode was the way he introduced Alana Kennedy, Sam Kerr, all of these top shelf players at 15, 16. Yeah. Now, I've got a feeling he's trying to do the exact same thing again. I think he's trying to revitalise, rejuvenise this next generation. Yep. There's a reason why we had 15 A-League women's players in this week. Bro. That's insane. Yeah. We've never had that. And Popper, I think, is going to do the same thing.
Bro, I agree. I just want to quickly congratulate the Matildas. Yes, we lost 3-1 again. But we're versing Chinese Taipei tonight or tomorrow, I think.
Tomorrow, I think.
Bro, but we came back in those games. We looked good. Man, Caitlin Ford, wow. In and out. I think Brazil spent more time on the fucking floor than in the swimming pool recovering, to be honest.
Yeah.
They were on the floors every time I turned on the tape. Fuck, on the floor.
All TikTok was talking about the Rassotude.
Bro, Rasso. For a player of her size, she has no right to do that, by the way.
Yeah, she is angry. I think she's got I think she's either Italian or Maltese.
Come ti chiami?
So it must be like the proper.
Come ti chiami, Halo? E tu?
Halo.
Haley. Oh, fuck. Halo's a great game, but I haven't played it.
Remember, she liked one of our posts once, Thomas. You don't want her to unlike that post.
If she does that, that's an effort and a half, by the way. Nah. Haley, don't do that. Keep training for the Chinese Taipei game, please.
But I'm excited with what Tom. Look, yeah, Brazil's a tough team, bro.
Oh, bro, come on.
Pretty sure Marta got nominated for her own award. Did you see
that?
that?
Do you reckon she nominated herself or no?
The Marta Award by the FIFA Pro.
Do you reckon she nominated herself?
Probably. She pulls Vita till she retires. But that team in itself is just, there's a lot of superstars in there. They might not be as known worldwide as say, the Matildas or, the Lionesses. But you can hold your head up high. Tom, congratulations on
Thank you, I appreciate it.
a valiant performance.
Absolutely.
Thomas, congratulations on your valiant performance over the weekend too. But you had a big announcement, Thomas.
I did. Guys, to our viewers, obviously we've got a fair few viewers in Central Coast and Newcastle. Small announcement on Saturday, UBF will be in Newcastle. Small clap for that. Thanks. Yeah, we're doing a road trip in my lovely small car. And myself, Maddie and Jules will be going down. Abdul, you'll be at the Wanderers Fives doing an event of yourself, which you can speak quite shortly, because on Sunday we're going back-to-back abs.
We are.
From Newcastle to Gosford, an hour distance. We'll be at the Central Coast Mariners women's game, and myself and Abdul will be there. Abs, looking forward to maybe not sharing a car with you because you'll take up majority of it, but to listening to some tunes, some white girls music, Abs. I'm excited for that.
Well, you can walk there then. Anyway, on that note, yeah, I'll be at MPL 5s on Saturday.
Wanderers 5.
Yeah, and Thomas will, because I take up a majority of the space in the car, will be under my left butt cheek while I'm sitting in there. So,
Well, you can have the ox, I'll give you that.
Listen, all jokes aside, put it aside. Saturday, Thomas, Matthew, and our good friend John Franco will be in Newcastle, hopefully. As I will be at MPL 5s at Wanderers. No, it's called MPL 5s at Wanderers 5s.
What a country style, MPL 5s at Wanderers.
Yeah, and we'll be there with Lightweight Athletic Club. We'll be there with Champagne Football as well, and a few more of our familiar friends. We'll post more about that on our socials. And then on Sunday, we'll be watching Central Coast play Sydney FC. I believe it's a double header. I might be wrong. But we will be there.
My car or your car?
Of course, my car. It'll make it the whole way there. So, yeah.
Petrol is expensive, to be honest.
Anyway, on that note, I think let's call it there.
What an episode, Salam. Pleasure as always.
Thank you. No, it's been great, mate. Thank you again to Lightweight Athletic Club for letting us use their fantastic new space.
Location to be revealed soon.
Location to be revealed soon. Thank you to the Corner Post as well for supplying us with some great merchandise as well.
Just on that as well, sorry to cut you off. Just had a chat to Julie as well, obviously with the Corner Post. Some big news coming up there in terms of we'll let them take over that, but just some big news in maybe a new store, Salam, coming up soon, and you'll see the UBF team in and around that before Christmas time. Guys, get in there. Julie's a generous woman. There is some amazing, still Black Friday. I don't know how she's doing it. Some Black Friday still going on there at Weatherall Park. So go in, check it out. All their jerseys are authentic, legit. And they've got some brilliant stuff there, and the team's brilliant as well.
Yeah, well, other than that, I think that's pretty much it for this week. Big week of football ahead of us. We'll be at a few other events this week. Catch it on the socials. Can't reveal too much yet. But, yeah, we'll see you guys there.
I've been Thomas.
I've been Abs.
We have been UBF. Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
I like that episode.